Welcome to Rayat Online School Education Project. Myself, Professor Mrs. Kamle A.S. from Karmavir Bhaurao Patil Junior College, Queens. Subject Biology. Today we study the 12th standard 13 number chapter Organisms and Population. In that organism and population, the abiotic and biotic factors are present. So today we will study the types of abiotic factors. In that environment, temperature, water, soil and light are included in the abiotic factors. In that first point is a temperature. The average temperature on land varies from sub-zero levels in polar areas and high percent up to 50 degrees centigrade in tropical deserts in summer. These temperature varies from area to area. The polar areas means Barfal Pradesh, and in that polar areas the temperature is low centigrade. It decreases progressively from equator to poles and from plains to mountains. Means these temperature decreases विषुवृत्तीय भागापासून ते ध्रुवीय प्रदेशापर्यंत आणि समुद्रसपाटीपासून अगदी डोंगर माथ्यापर्यंत त्याचे जे टेम्परेचरची लेवल आहे ती कमी जास्त आपल्याला दिसून येते. दी हॉट स्प्रिंग 80 to 100 degrees Celsius and in deep sea hypothermal average temperature usually up to 400 degrees Celsius. In that only few organisms can tolerate in a wide range of temperature. अगदी कमी प्रमाणात जे ॲनिमल्स आहेत ते ॲनिमल्स अशा वाईड रेंजमध्ये अगदी सर्वाईव्ह राहू शकतात, which is called as aerothermal, but majority are restricted to a narrow range of temperature, which is called as a stenothermal range. Second point in that abiotic factors is water. The water is the most important factor for the living organisms. The availability of water is an important factor for the organisms. We know the life on earth originated from the water. Due to less availability of water, special adaptations are required to survive. For aquatic organisms, the chemical composition and pH of water are important. The dissolved salt concentration is less than 5 ppt. ppt means parts per thousand. In fresh water, in that fresh water, the salt concentration is less than the sea and ocean level. And in sea and ocean, these concentration up to 30 to 35 ppt. It may increases up to 100 ppt in hypersaline part, or also called as lagoons. Lagoons means the smaller part differentiate from the sea or oceans. लगून्स म्हणजे जो छोटासा एखादा पार्ट आहे तो पार्ट काय होतो, समुद्रापासून ओशनपासून वेगळा असा खळगे तयार झाल्यासारखा आपल्याला दिसून येतो. Then the next part is light. In that light, it is only source of energy for the entire ecosystem, but in plants is used for preparing food material in the process of photosynthesis with the help of chlorophyll pigments. The animal's diurnal and seasonal variations in light intensity and duration clues for timing. डायोर्नल मीन्स दिवसाच्या वेळेस म्हणजे काही काही ॲनिमल्स असतात ते दिवसा बाहेर पडतात, काही काही असतात ते नॉक्टर्नल असतात, रात्रीचे बाहेर पडतात. काही सीझनल व्हेरिएशन्स त्यांच्यामध्ये दिसून येतात. अशा पद्धतीनं वेगवेगळे ॲनिमल्स आपल्याला पाहायला मिळतात. देन देअर फ्रॅगरिंग reproductive and migratory activities are present in the animals. Fragrant means they obtain the food material. These places they show they find the food material. It's called as a fragrant. The next abiotic factor is a soil. The nature and properties of soil are dependent on the climate, the weathering process. The various characteristics of soil such as soil composition, soil size, they determine the percolation and water holding capacity. The pH and mineral composition and topography determine the vegetation of an area as well as the abiotic factor determine the type of a habitat. In that soil also pH of soil, mineral composition present in this soil, and the topography means the arrangement of natural, artificial, physical features of this area, of this soil present in that area. These are also important in this soil factor. The plants and animals must adapt to these changes in order to survive and flourish of in the habitat. The organism try to maintain the consistency of its internal environment. That is called as a homeostasis. Homeostasis means the internal salt and water salt balance is equally maintained the internal environment. The variations in the external environmental conditions. Then next is they show the possibilities present in that soil. At first possibilities present in that soil, the regulates. The some organisms are able to maintain homeostasis by physiological and behavioral changes which ensure body temperature. Osmotic concentration, for example, all birds and animals are included in this type. Then the animals are regulate the body temperature as well as the osmotic concentration of our body. Then second point is a confirm. In that the most animals and plants cannot maintain the constant internal environment. काही काही ॲनिमल्स हे वातावरणानुरूप चेंजेस करणारे असतात आणि काही काही ॲनिमल्स हे वातावरणामध्ये कितीही बदल झाला तर आपल्या बॉडीचं टेम्परेचर हे कॉन्स्टंट ठेवणारे असतात किंवा कॉन्स्टंटली त्यांचं राहतं. देन इन दिस कॉल्ड एज अ conformation of the animals. Their body temperature changes with environmental temperature, and in aquatic animals, the osmotic concentration of the body fluids is changes with that ambient water and osmotic concentration. Then next, third point is a migrate. In that migrate, the organisms move away temporarily from stressful to more comfortable area and return when stressful period is over. याच्यामध्ये जे ॲनिमल्स आहेत, मेजॉरिटी इन बर्ड्स, this type are, we will see. The favorable condition, they are migrate to other area, and then the stressful period is over, then they are returned to in our area, is called as a migratory condition. Then fourth point is a suspend. In that suspend, the plant's seeds serve as a means to tide over periods of stress. They germinate to form new plants under favorable moisture and temperature condition. In that, the seeds are fertile, so at that time they are germinate, and when they are not germinate, this condition called as a dormant condition. They reducing their metabolic activity and going into a dormancy state. In animals, if they unable to migrate, may go into hibernation condition during the period. जेव्हा ज्यावेळेस एखादे ॲनिमल्स हे मायग्रेट होऊ शकत नाही त्यावेळेस त्या अनफेवरेबल कंडिशनला ते हायबरनेशन कंडिशनला जातात. म्हणजे स्वतः आपल्याला ते इन्व्हायरमेंटमध्ये येऊ देत नाहीत किंवा आपल्याला ते क्लोज करून घेतात इन hibernation condition. In that, the example is a polar bear. Some snails and fish go into estivation to avoid summer heat. So these conditions are able to the animal life. For these different conditions are present in the abiotic factor of the organisms. So the animals are present, different types of animals are present in these abiotic factors. They show different conditions as well as temperature, water and light and soil. These are environmental conditions. They are required and they are maintain the body temperature regulations with the condition of the environment. So next point is adaptation. The what is adaptation? Adaptation means the animal